Alright, so something just happened there that was almost certainly something excellent in Korean. Hello there, YouTube. My name is Comedian, and that's actually a double-barreled name, strangely enough. Today is Patreon Thursdays. Whew, nailed it. Patreon Thursdays, which is the day when my patrons make me react videos, and they're all very nice, and it's all consensual and stuff. You know, it's all fine. It's an agreement. Both parties are happy with this arrangement, but they get to tell me what videos to do on a Thursday. And this Thursday we're doing Persona by BTS. So technically I think it's by RM. It's like kind of like a solo song that's sneaked into the album. I think it's a comeback to the Map of the Soul album, which I don't know if I've heard songs off of. I mean, I probably have. I think so far I've only really tended to do like EPs and side projects. Like as a whole, albums I've kind of been doing sporadically. I've, you know, obviously sprinkled in with a sprinkling of crack sporadically, which I shouldn't talk about too much, but yes. So BTS content, we love it, you love it, I love it. If you want to tell me what to do, like my patrons, then just join them. The link is in the description. For a very low price, you can tell me what to do on a weekly basis. I'll be your strange reaction butler. 3 bags full, sir. So yeah, it's getting weird. Things are normal. Make sure you are subscribed. Check out my social media links in the description. Just give me any attention you can. I'm gasping for it. Okay, let's go. Oh, and a thank you to Celeste from my Patreon for suggesting this. Thanks, Celeste. Let's go. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. Big hit bubbles. Ooh, okay. Wow, they said my trailer, they said let's go. This editing is so cool. Love it. Yo. Alright, I'm loving it, I'm loving it. And it's now, you know, because of my ADHD and other severe personality flaws. So that's relevant to what I'm about to say. ADHD also relevant, but yeah. I saw the word persona in the title, didn't really take it in, but now that he's said the first few lines, I'm like, oh, persona, right. The personage, the personal, a person, one person, please, to go. Yes, all those concepts, all those normal concepts. I like it, I like where this is going. Rapping about the self. Important. This is a very interesting beat for a BTS song. Like, it's not out of the scope of what they do, it's just like, I don't know, it's got kind of like a sort of like late 90s, early 2000s kind of like, you know, rock rap feel to it. I said, as if I know about genres. It's cool because, you know, on YouTube or really anywhere in life, you know, if you're watching this and you haven't made it into the big world of, you know, of boring day jobs yet, then let me tell you, everybody is bullshitting 100% of the time. But if you just pretend you know what you're talking about, oh, this is a genre, am I right, guys? Other people will go, oh, well, that person just said it like they know what they're talking about. Let's listen to that person. The facade falls down very quickly with my videos, but yeah, it's an interesting beat. I like it quite a lot. It's quite interesting the way this beat meshes with the theme of the lyrics, you know? Like, this is not a beat I would choose to be a who am I, journey of discovery type beat, but it works. I kind of like that kind of kookiness to it, Jungkookiness. Pretty great, thanks. Well, that's flipping the whole identity crisis thing on its head. You know, I had, you know, existential crisis, quarter-life crisis, that kind of stuff. It was mostly about what am I doing in my life, not am I actually a pig? RM, I don't know what to tell you about that. You know, I get it, celebrity culture maybe makes you feel like a pig in a cage. Maybe you have a curly tail on your backside. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Interesting. Interesting, because he's blended his own persona in with the persona that people put upon him, you know? Because I'm not quite sure when he's saying this one says look at the forest, this one says look at the wildflower, if he's talking about his own trains of thought, or if he's talking about, you know, because just the line before, he was talking about how people try and put that chain on him, you know? And so it's like, so it's like you're trying to work out who you are, but you're in the public spotlight, so people are also telling you what you are or giving you expectations of what you are, which I'm sure makes it even more of a mind fiddle. I need to look up which song it was. Again, ADHD memories. I'm pretty sure it was just called Shadow. It was. That would make sense. But with Sugar's interlude for a different album, I think, this is almost the like. I guess this one came out after it. Maybe did they collaborate on this? That they must like. There's got to be a reference or a inspiration here. But like the seamlessness between those two concepts is perfect. Like he's gone straight from, you know, who am I, to sort of talking about that second version of yourself or other versions of yourself, you know, your shadow appearing in front of you on the stage in the spotlight. Man, he's really kind of saying some, shockingly for BTS, quite deep stuff in here. And I'm already like, this is why I'm glad I'm watching the Rise of Bangtan documentary series. If you haven't heard of it, go and check it out. And if you want to see me react to it for some reason, then, you know, that's all on my channel as well. But I'm doing that right now, and there's a whole thing on, you know, I'm on like chapter 3 or just finished chapter 3 and the bonus stuff. And there's a whole thing about identity and, like, you know, being looked down upon for doing K-pop or whatever, being an idol. And I feel that really comes out here. Like, have you forgotten why you even started this? You were just digging it that somebody else was listening. And I kind of get that, you know, as a reaction channel, because I pride myself, well, pride myself's the wrong word, I don't really have any pride, but I like that, you know, I only really try and do stuff that I have interest in. I'll try, you know, anything. I try new artists occasionally, but I tend to gravitate towards stuff that I like. You know, I've said this before, but obviously, like, I've never really listened to K-pop before starting BTS. I had no idea what to think of it, and the only reason I kept listening to it was because I enjoyed it so much, because I connected with the lyrics so much. You know, I really do love all the stuff they say, and this song is just another in the many feathery, dusty caps, another feather in the cap of why that is, of why I like these guys so much. But I feel the exact same thing about the reaction thing. Not quite on the same level, really. Haven't really filled Wembley Stadium with people trying to watch me react to stuff yet. One day, soon, Comedian Reacts. An in-person experience at Wembley Stadium. It's just me in front of a giant screen being like, yeah. He said that. That's crazy. What's that about, guys? Anyway, just my dreams. But there are sometimes when I suddenly will think, like, how did I get here? It's crazy. I'm not trying to say I've reached dizzying heights of 10,000 subscribers, but it's just like, it is weird considering what I was doing with my life like 2 or 3 years ago. Like, how different this is. And it really did begin. Obviously, it began, you know, like I said, I have to engage with the content, but a big part of it is just knowing that somebody's watching, you know, and that's what he's getting at here. You were just digging it that somebody was listening. And if you followed, and a lot of creativity and art and that kind of stuff, artistry, like self-expression, it really, like, the enabling of it, the thing that makes it okay, or the thing that makes us chase it, does come from other people validating it by watching, by engaging, by liking, by buying stuff, whatever it is. And when you chase that dragon, and that's a dragon with very fast wings, it's not one of those like cute little dragons from like Raya and the Lost Dragon. It's like a hardcore Skyrim dragon. You keep chasing that dragon, and it never ends. And suddenly you can find yourself being like, how did I get here? This is very strange. And it's so important that people who do manage to make their way up to the upper echelons of celebrity, of fame, of respect and renown for their creativity say these kind of things, because, like, how validating is it for all the rest of us, where somebody who is this famous and talented can say what a lot of us also deal with, which is, you know, constant insecurity, imposter syndrome, just thinking, you know, I shouldn't be here, I'm not talented enough for this, all that kind of stuff. And it's the interesting double-edged sword of fame as well, and responsibility. With great fame comes great Hollywood responsibility. I think Batman said that, I don't know. But, because obviously a lot of us try and chase fame, or it's held up as being this exciting ideal. But if you are a person who has some level of self-awareness, who isn't like a massive sociopath, it can be terrifying, because you couldn't, if you know, especially if you have insecurity and stuff, you can think to yourself, like, these people have me as their muse, he said, they look up to me, you know, and why? I don't deserve this at all. Like, so it can almost make it the pressure worse in a way. Alright, so something just happened there that was almost certainly something excellent in Korean. Let me see if I can try and work it out. The 3 syllables of my name, rap monster, and the word but, that should come before any of those. Butt rap monster? He's a butt rap monster? I am butt rap monster. You think you've seen butt raps? You've never seen butt raps like this. Insert hilarious fart beatboxing. No, what is he getting at here? Maybe it's just, you know, obviously, like, these translations are never flawless, and I can't react to a song and listen and read a Dorset Bangtan stuff at the same time. It's just not, like, it doesn't work with a reaction setup, you know? That's like trying to read the Spark Notes for a book while you watch the movie adaptation. It just doesn't work. Like, but I appreciate everyone who suggests the Dorset Bangtan thing. But anyway, I think perhaps it is just a negativity, like, but as in like anti, but as in no, like rap as in like so rap, but monster, but just like a stutter kind of, but rap, but like a stutter, like I guess I think this is actually quite an interesting way of expressing that kind of like lack of self-belief. That's my take on it. I like it a lot.
Do you want to die or do you want to go? Do you want to fly? What's the show? What's the drink? Do you think you're alive?
Well, that is another question, isn't it? Am I alive?
I don't know, man.
I think therefore I am, but it's pandemic time, so I've only been really thinking about one thing. This is great. This is great. I like this. Generic compliment number 10. I like this. This is great. For me, that means I'm ecstatic about this with my limited emotional range. I think it's fantastic, actually. I mean, because he's not just going into, you know, norm persona. He's going into how if you're an artist and you create for yourself some wacky stage name, like, I don't know, comedian, and it, you know, and it kind of starts out as a thing you hide by, and before you know it, you're like, well, which one is the real comedian? You're staring at yourself in the mirror at 4 a.m, holding a gun, being like, which one do I shoot? And then before you know it, there's just water on your mirror. It was a water gun. It was harmless. And it does feel like self-deceit and lying to self. And I love that by expressing himself, he can validate so many people. You don't need to be warm or cold, which for me is usually reassuring. What I'm hearing there is, you know, I don't have to be like hugely emotional all the time. You know, I'm expressing my true self, which sometimes is just kind of flat. You know, and that's just the way my brain works. I don't want to pretend to be excited about stuff. I don't want to pretend to be like, woo, on days where I don't feel like being like, woo. Nor would I actually enjoy that. You know, pretending to be more up or more down than you are can be incredibly draining. You can also read this as you don't always need to be on. You don't always need to be, you know, killing it. It doesn't matter if you're not killing it, like... Oh... That was a cool image right there. Okay, this is creepy. I'm pretty sure this is CGI. At first, I thought they just used I thought, why wouldn't they just use a big thing of RM and just animate it in? I could be wrong. It's just something about the lighting that's off. Look at this. Wait, maybe it isn't. No, I'm pretty sure it's CGI. It just looks off. But maybe it's deliberate. Like it's kind of like, it's got that kind of like Freudian like sense of other to it. Like it's almost RM, but it's almost something creepy and weird. And I think that's probably the point. Like the stage name he's created for himself is way bigger than his actual personality. Some really fantastic concepts in this song. And this is why, you know, it'll probably never happen. I don't have the mental drive, the consistency, you know, whatever normal humans have. But I always think to myself, it would be great to learn Korean just so I could listen to BTS songs like in the car. Because, like, you know, for me, it's all about the lyrics. And when you obviously you need the translation to get the lyrics when you don't speak the language it was in, it kind of it makes it difficult to have the same impact as when I do listen to BTS in the car sometimes, but it doesn't have quite the same impact unless I really know what the lyrics are and I connect with them. I'm sure you guys get it. Like a lot of you, the majority of you are already BTS fans, so if you listen to something enough, you understand the meaning that comes through in the words and the emotions. But still, like now this is the kind of song I'd like to listen to and have the lyrics. If anyone out there knows RM, if you could just like ask him nicely to just make an English version of this for me and just whisper it into my ear at night, that would be nice. But the concepts he's saying here are just so important. Like, I want to give you all the voices till I die. Like, I can relate to that so much. I just feel like, especially with the ADHD thing, like, I just feel like I have to share every single thought I have. Perhaps to the detriment of my own content, I don't know. But it's just like, it is exhausting kind of thinking like, you basically have infinite thoughts, infinite emotions, and trying to share even like 1% of that. It's, yeah, it's something crazy, and I love that he's actually vocalizing. Who is vocalizing this stuff?
Who the hell am I just wanna fly. I just wanna give you all the voices till I die.
Yep. Ooh, man, that video was fantastic too, and it's one of those things. It's just the way it is. The lyrics are so good, and I don't speak Korean, where I can't take in the video and the lyrics. But for me, lyrics over everything, baby. Even though I'm a video editor, I still, it's the BTS lyrics keep me coming back. Wow, that was yeah, I don't know what adjectives are really worth throwing around about something that's that kind of. Is the word seminal? Like, I don't know. I need to look that up properly. Seminal sounds good. It's seminal. I'll say it. I'm a music journalist now. But what it really was just incredible. Like, the level of psychology and philosophy in there. Packed into quite a short song, really. I mean, if that song had been, like, 3 times longer, then this reaction would have been an hour long. Like, that's the kind of song it is. I can see why my patrons voted for it. I could keep talking about it forever, but I'll just say, once again, that was really fucking fantastic, basically. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to it. And if you want to be part of my Patreon army, that's the wrong word to use. That's embarrassing. My Patreon mini platoon, micro platoon, who tell me what to react to each week, who make me react to fantastic stuff like this each week. Then, like I said, do check out the link in the description. And if you want to support in general, just make sure you are subscribed, you have notifications turned on, and you like the video, of course. And please do comment. I love hearing all of your comments and reading them and reacting to as many as I can, as many voices in my head as I can. Woo! Wow. Yep. Wow. One of those BTS songs. Bit speechless, but that's always a good thing. Also helps the outro be slightly shorter. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Let's do this again soon, yeah? Bye then. And remember, if you like this reaction to Persona, then click the subscribe button. Good on ya.